Welcome back to Just Kidding News Out the Closet. Today we have Anthony back. And
wow, fully out.
we're going to close the loop with his 5 most eventful things in his life with the 5th one now. Anthony.
Hey, we look like we're part of a window cleaning company or something.
No, I should
Look at this.
This side especially.
You guys for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, we're just the Blues Clues over here.
Yeah.
So when Bart forced us to submit 5 things, I'm not gonna lie, this moment had come to mind in my life, but I think the natural thing, especially when you're trying to have a conversation via social media, is something that's like more of like this was a positive effect, even if it was a tough moment. This was like a positive effect, and I was scratching my head because it was too complicated to really understand what the positive effect of this was outside of my young, ignorant, naive, like getting mature really fast in situations that I couldn't comprehend. Okay, so that's my disclaimer. So when I was like 20 years old, I've really never spoken about this before. I'm trying to find the right words I'm gonna go right into it. So I got a girl pregnant one time, and the thing is, I was very, very, very young and dumb, and I was super into this one other chick who would eventually become my girlfriend, right? And she wasn't into me at the time, or the sparks hadn't sparked, right? So I was just dating around and whatnot, and then I got with this other chick, and she was very like, she was Chinese Vietnamese like me, like things just clicked super fast. I never met a girl that immediately was like, dude, I could introduce you to my mom.
Lots of chemistry real fast.
Really fast. She was older though, but it was just like the vibes were fast, right? And so we just hit it off fast, and we got busy fast and stuff like that. But things got so fast that for whatever reason, again, in my young naivety and stuff like that, she was like kind of taking care of me because she was older. She was like buying me stuff, but there was something about my ego maybe that was like, this is like a lot really fast, and it kind of like threw me off. And I was still kind of into this other chick, but we just never broken ground.
You got the cougar pregnant or the other chick?
The cougar.
Cougar sugar mama.
Okay.
Yeah.
The sugar mama. Okay.
Calls her mommy.
Yeah, like I said.
Because I thought you got this one girl pregnant. You're like, fuck you. This cougar's better, and then you ran off. Okay.
Nothing but older ladies.
The thing is, the way that it happened, the way that it happened was like we had gotten busy, whatever. I didn't know she was pregnant, and then like I broke it off with her, right? We was just dating. It was just, I was like, well, maybe it's not gonna work out.
How'd you do it?
She went to a different school. Honestly, I think I did it over fucking T-Mobile Sidekick at the time.
Dude,
That's so sick.
That's how you flicked it out first?
Yeah.
Smiley
But
face.
is this after she's pregnant? You're like,
I didn't know.
oh,
I don't know.
Whoa.
And then like it's like maybe a couple days later or something like that. And it gets really weird. That's why this gets into a dark place in my space. She like apparently she's trying to message her friend like a couple days later and says something like he's supposed to be with me or something like that. But like I get it when I wake up and I'm like, what? And I'm like, in my mind I'm like, this wasn't for me. 30 seconds later, my phone rings. It's her. I'm like, so I pick it up. And then also in the timeline, here's the crazy part. After I broke it off with her, like maybe like that next day, finally me and the other chick, like we kicked it off. And it was like I've been chasing her for like 2 years type shit. You know what I mean? You know her. And we ended up like I was like on a different version of Cloud 9. I was just like, oh my god, like I can't believe this is like, this isn't like I'm just trying to like hit it and quit it. This is like, man, I really like this person. She's my close friend. I want to be in a relationship with her. This was like not a hit and quit it, but like that just didn't work out the way I thought it was going to. And then she hits me with that text, and I'm like, what the heck? I get a phone call, and then we're talking it through, and then she reveals on this phone call why like the reason why she's dramatic about it is because she's pregnant. And my heart just sinks. Again, I'm 20 and dumb, and I'm like,
That's crazy. That's a wild one.
yeah, like I'm in the middle of like college, you know what I mean, the early phases of college. I don't know what the right answer is.
If I was 20, I'd be like, come over right now, and then when she comes on, I'm gonna sock her in the stomach.
Smart.
20-year-old Bart.
I say, we're going to the airport. We're going to the airport. You're going through TSA like 17 times. Go through that machine, do this shit.
Wait, did
Go a few rounds.
did it cross your mind that she was trying to trap you? Because I know
Not
a
yet.
lot of girls back then that would fake it.
It's a good move, yo.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta do the stomach
Trap a
socket.
dude and be like, oh no, like.
So it didn't cross my mind until that comes later in the story.
Okay.
But I just thought that the most appropriate answer based off of whatever fucking TV shows I had seen or whatever is to put the ball in her court, respect the call, and then see what happens. You know what I mean? I didn't have no pro-choice, pro-life like flag that I had like clearly understood in life.
Yeah.
I just thought like, damn, it's
What do you want to do? I'll stand by
crazy.
you.
Yeah, way crazier
your
for you.
choice.
It's totally her
Dang.
choice, and I put that out there. It didn't necessarily mean that I was gonna like get back into a relationship with her or anything. I was just more like, you figure it out, you make a call, and then you know what I mean. I'm like, I'm here to support it or whatever. Some days
Mommy's
go by.
choice.
That's what I said. Yeah. I bought a T-shirt afterwards that said "Mommy's Choice" on it.
I just see Steve like down
So afterwards, I'm still like just starting this blossoming relationship with my what would be long-term girlfriend for a while. But of course, I'm not gonna be like, "Hey, I got this situation that's happening," because I don't know what's happening with the situation. I really don't. The only person I end up telling at that time is like Mike,
With Mike?
yeah, I just because I was like, "Fuck, who the fuck do I talk about this with?"
You can't talk about it with your sister?
I wasn't there at that point.
Oh, I see.
No,
About your mom, you don't want to know.
not my regular mommy. Not the MAMI, the MOMMY one. I couldn't.
Distinguish that.
Yeah, we gotta make it clear. You know?
So then we try to progress through this thing, and eventually she gives me these updates. So like suddenly I'm like in butterfly texting with this other girl, and then with mommy apparently. I'm in like my stomach sinking texting, sweats always dripping on the side with this conversation. So anytime I get a text from that name, I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Sometimes it's just gonna be like, hey, like, can you talk for a second? I have to like step out of class because I obviously can't focus on class or anything.
She'll call you during class?
She'll like text me and stuff like that. But of course, like, I'm not thinking of anything else. I'm not fucking focusing on this lecture right now. When like,
Why don't you go horseback riding for like 10 miles? I'll talk to you later.
why don't you walk through TSA for 10 miles? And then so eventually she makes a decision. She's like, I'm gonna go take. It's too early for like a regular abortion clinic type thing. But she made the choice. She's gonna go to a doctor and she's gonna take some sort of pill. Again, I don't know how this stuff works. She wanted to take some sort of pill, and of course, like, you know, inside I'm kind of like relieved, sad. I don't know, a weird mix of emotions and stuff like that. But I fucking run with it.
All the above.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, low key, again, in my young mind, I think that's gonna make things less complicated with this other potential relationship that I'm working on, you know? So I'm like, okay, I'm more relieved than anything, whatever it is you need. Still, any support you need, like, let me know. If you need me to go with you, like, whatever. She's like, no, honestly, I think I need to do this stuff by myself. Cool. She goes, she does it, she takes the pill or whatever. I think things are starting to get in the clear. And then, maybe like a week later, what happens is she calls again and she's like, hey, I need to see you. I'm like, shit. Okay, so we meet up, obviously not very close to campus. I'm not trying to get caught for whatever reason. I don't know. I'm still young and dumb.
This whole time, did it ever cross your mind, or have you ever even asked her, how do you know it's mine? Or are you sure it's mine?
Kind of disrespectful.
No, I just wasn't there yet.
I mean, if you guys are 20 and you guys are like...
Aren't you like dating like a shitload of dudes, or?
Are you sleeping around town?
How do you know it's mine? Aren't you a woman about town?
The way that when we first started dating, like, it was very like, it wasn't like hit and quit dating. She was like, she's like, oh, like, this is my mom on her phone and stuff like that. She'd be like shopping for me. Like, things were moving really
How
fast.
much older was she than you?
2 years.
Oh, okay.
But back then, that's like a cougar.
Yeah.
Older woman in your 20s?
And she was very intimidated too. She was very.
They don't date down.
She wasn't in college.
She was maybe like a senior. She was fucking fine. She was.
A senior in college, they could get non-college guys.
She was like buying clothes for me and shit. I was like, whoa, this is crazy. But anyways,
She had a job at Wet Seal.
probably.
What a throwback, dude.
Dude, hell yeah.
Wet seal.
And then she eventually tells me that you know, after she had taken the pill or whatever, there was a point where she woke up in the middle of the night and then there was just like blood all over the bed and stuff like that, right? So it like really fucked her up and stuff like that. And then she like ended up going to go see like a therapist, and the therapist went like through her counseling and stuff like that, and she was trying to like handle it without me type stuff. And the therapist like, maybe you just need to like, you know, talk with him, or like, you know, have him walk you through this as well and just be a part of it. So she told me that, and I was like, shit, I guess that sounds reasonable. Again, I'm not at like suspicion at all yet. I'm just at like
Your
trying
posture's not
to,
like this yet?
Yeah.
not yet. I'm trying to be like, I don't know what the right version of supportive is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then I'm like, okay. So then it turns into, somehow, weirdly, it evolves into like, sometimes she'll get nightmares, and this goes on for like a couple weeks. She would get like a nightmare or something like that, and she's like, I really need to like see, can I like just like stay over at your place or something?
It's a tight move.
So then that's when things started getting a little bit, but again, I'm still in the like, sure, you know what I mean?
You're in the thanks for the abortion phase. Like,
I think so.
thank you.
And so there might have been like, there were like a couple times where like she would come over to like my apartment, and then I would tell the girl that I was like trying to like truly start dating and get together with, that like, oh, like I might not be available or whatever. And it's because for me, I thought I was consoling somebody who like was going through something that I put her through type stuff, so I had my guilt too. And so like she would like,
Did she come over horny though, or no?
no, it never got there.
Oh, okay.
Which
Because that would be suspicious.
Because Vietnamese bitches is crazy.
They'll be like, I'm here anyway, so let me suck your dick. And you're like, well, I'm horny and 20. Something happened.
It's a slippery road.
So like there'd just be moments where it'd just be she want to be comforted and be next to me, and then that's how she would fall asleep. So okay, and then she would actually wake up in the middle of the night, like kind of like a nightmare type thing. So I'll be like, whoa. So I was just riding whatever this thing was, and then it turned out the pill didn't work successfully, so she actually still had to go to an actual abortion clinic.
What the fuck? That's crazy.
Whoa, what?
Dude, this kept on going, dude, and then she had to go to an actual clinic, and same thing. I was like, do you want me to go with you? She was like, no, I just think I need to try and do this myself. She does it. She ends up going, tells me the craziness of the experience, certain details that are very like, I'm like, oh my, I'm sorry you went through that type stuff. And then just like, there's still a little bit of this phase of like trying to be like there, comforting her, and I'm just torn also still like trying to navigate like, this is somebody I'm like eventually would be for sure in love with, but I was chasing for like 2 years, but like trying not to tell her and not try to be like a lying son of a bitch type
Does
thing.
she know
but,
you're
like,
not romantically involved in the relationship anymore? Like you're not in anymore? That you're kind of half out?
with mommy?
Yeah, with mommy.
Yeah, I'm definitely not in it.
And she knows that.
She knows I'm not in it.
Okay,
She doesn't
word.
know I'm like talking to somebody else.
Word.
But she knows you're consoling her as a friend.
Yeah.
Got it.
Oh, you told her about the whole situation?
Told
No,
her.
she doesn't know about the 2-year bitch. She knows, mommy knows about that he's not into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we're caught
Mommy
up.
knows that she's been friend zoned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. Like
But then
our
the-
relationship ain't gonna work. I'm just trying to be supportive.
But then the girl that you love,
Yeah.
you didn't tell her that this is going on. You're like an R&B singer, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, honestly, it was a crazy time.
That's crazy.
That's a juggle, man.
The weirdest psychological thing that I got out of it, like for maybe it lasted, I don't know, the better part of a year. This would trip me out. I would go to like the university, like town center where like regular families go, because this is in Irvine and stuff like that. And like, I might be sitting there at Chop for tea, drinking like a boba or some shit. And then if like a baby just like cries, I would trip. I would just trip. You know what I mean? I would just mentally just go into some weird place that I didn't explain to a lot of people, because I had just gone through all this weird stuff, and I'm still going through it, and I'm just like in my head like thinking about babies or whatever it is I had just gone through.
At 20 years old.
And you're still taking classes at the same time.
Yeah, and like being on a dance team and stuff like that, and everything was just really weird. And it wasn't until I met because again I was fucked up at the time, and I met one of my teammates, and then I just had to like just let him know what's going on, because I was like, yo man, shit's crazy, like blah blah blah, explain some stuff. And then he was the first guy I was like, I don't believe her.
Whoa.
There's so many red flags in this story.
He's like, I
Yeah.
don't believe her,
Yeah.
right? And I was like, what? That's crazy. Wait, what are you saying? He's trying to be like, I don't know, man. Like, what if she just wasn't pregnant? I don't think it's complicated. I'm just like, what if she wasn't? And I was like,
Should sound like Lawrence talking.
it wasn't. And then so I was,
Detective Lawrence.
it did open my eyes or my mind to just like, again, from that ignorant, naive, and then suddenly getting like thrown into this thing, and then suddenly getting thrown into like a totally different realm of thought and possibility. I don't think I wanted to like entertain it because I don't think any of that's beneficial either. A part of me just wanted to get through it and get past it. Yeah. So I was just like, I feel like I'm at like the tail end of whatever it is that I'm capable of being a part of and like supportive and like having not done any decision that in my opinion was selfish. You know what I mean? In my opinion at the time. Again, I'm not trying to get into arguments with anybody who's gone through some shit that I don't understand, but I was just like, let me just see this through in the way that I feel like is the most right way to do something, considering all of the decisions are hers at the end of the day, and I'm just being available and like participating in the ways that she's asking me to. You know, I was like, let me just finish this out. It's not turning into anything. I'm not getting like secret sick ass blowjobs in the middle of the night. I'm not like, you know what I mean? So I'm like, I think regardless, I'm not gonna dive too deep into it. I'm just gonna ride it out, and eventually we got past it. And again, I still look at that girl, or not today. I've never seen her. I haven't seen her in like 20 years now. But I have no animosity or weird feelings. I'm just more like, dude, I hope she's good. Cause like, if I really did, regardless who it was, regardless of the red flags, like if she went through that because of me at that time, I'm like, damn, I hope you're good. I think I've eventually found out that she got like married and has like kids and stuff. So like, as long as you're good.
What about that period? Did you find out if it was
The real truth.
Yeah,
I
the
never
real truth?
questioned it.
Bro, you were just leaving it in like that, bro? You were just cream pie?
Yeah, dude, that's dangerous.
Brother, what are you doing?
I do raw sex, but I don't ever come inside.
That's it.
Maybe I'm a pussy. I'm just too scared.
Coming inside is kind of like trying to make a baby, dude.
Did she lock her legs and then let you get out? Is that what happened?
I love when they do that.
That's what you did.
You know what?
Like the
Honestly,
James Bond.
if I like, the only thing that I could process at that time is, when you like pull out and like hold on to it so you can switch positions so you keep going. I believe it was more like I'm getting close, and then like you squeeze to pull out, and then something probably just went in.
Squeezed the wrong way.
Yeah.
You just gotta start yelling at
You
him.
pulled out the wrong way.
That's when it gets hairy.
Where it's in drive.
Because if you don't even remember busting a nut, and then you're like, oh, but you're still pregnant? Another red flag. I counted 4 red flags in this story.
That could happen though. I had a buddy that had the same exact story. Because he was like in transition, he was about to get close, and then he pulled out. Oh, yeah,
Some people got strong pre-cum.
That's
too.
what I'm saying. It's risky.
That's a higher.
Fertile guy.
Yeah, for a guy like that.
I was very young at the time.
20.
20? Yeah.
But that happened, and it was just something that like I actually held that as kind of like a skeleton in my closet for a long time too, because it's just such a
changing. How did it change your life?
Well, I think it really kind of put me into a place where I was faced with like, so even like the concept of like pro-choice, pro-life type stuff, right? Anytime somebody brings that like, polarizing conversation up, it put me definitely more on the fence of like, it's not my vote.
Yeah.
Like it just gave me that feeling. It put me on the other fence of like, I was definitely wearing condoms for like many years afterwards.
That's tight.
The practice.
It sucks though.
Kind of hot.
They're whack.
Can't do it.
Condoms are awful.
I would tell a kid that.
I'm not saying that this is the most like. I'm not saying this is like a righteous and virtuous lesson that I got from it, but it also made me understand that sometimes like people live with certain things and don't share.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just live with them.
People live with a bunch of shit, dude.
Yeah, but if you don't collect hella skeletons in your closet, you just think like what's everything's like truth. Like, why aren't you just telling people the truth? Why don't you know what I mean? And then
So you have
suddenly
less respect for other people's skeletons.
suddenly you go through some crazy shit and you're like, man, I ain't gonna judge you
Sure. Yeah.
anymore. So I feel like
Young people are the worst motherfucking judges on the world.
Yeah.
Like all these woke ass college students that haven't lived life, they're the worst.
But they know everything.
because like if you run into
They're
like
so
a friend,
virtuous because they never done anything.
Or they even forgot. They even forgot about their own skeletons. You suppress it so long. You're like, oh yeah, I was a fucking
good person.
shitbag. 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade.
Because they're impulsive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, when you would see somebody or like a friend or a friend or a friend who like maybe, oh, that girl got pregnant when she was blah, blah, and like there might be a quick moment of judgment.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like moving forward from that time, like I was so like,
Cool.
and everything changed for me because I got just thrown into my own weird situation. And mine's, I don't know if it like people normally go through that, but at that time I was like, is this what it's like? This is crazy right now. I'm like being a part of therapeutic sessions in order to like, you know, handle and suppress these nightmares because I was like, this is crazy.
It sounded like she was trying to win your heart back by having you be sympathetic
Be stressed
toward her.
about her, yeah.
That's why I was asking if you guys had horny times.
We didn't.
Was there any mutual...
Was she playing fuck games?
If she was, I wasn't reading them well.
Yeah.
Were there any mutual friends you had that could tell you if she was lying or not?
Not mutual like friends. Like maybe there was like a mutual acquaintance, but like no. But again, I don't take it as she was lying. That like had come up at a point where I was like, should I entertain this? And I was like, it doesn't. It's not the more right thing to do anyway.
Bitches can be crazy though. One time I was dating this chick and she broke up with me, and then I started dating this other chick, and this other chick was more attractive than the other chick, and then the other chick got pissed that I was dating this other chick, and then she started to call me while I was at work, like every fucking day, and she was like, oh, she like cut herself with glass, and I was like, holy shit, that's crazy. So I came over with a medical kit, and then she sucked my dick in the hallway.
To try to trap you.
Yeah, dude.
And then she probably, once you like her back, she probably throw you away.
Yeah, dude, she was working me, bro. It was
Steve
working.
finishes and he goes, wait, there's no cut on your hands.
I had posted on Clarity. I was like, I don't see any glass anymore.
This fool's standing there with a first aid kit getting his dick sucked like, oh, but I came to help you.
Dude, I literally came with like, you know, like a plastic bag with a receipt in it with a fucking, you know, first aid kit for no reason. Yeah, I went to CVS and bought it. You know, I'm a fucking idiot. I was an idiot.
I don't think you're an idiot.
I don't think
Yeah.
you're an idiot, dude.
Well, it worked out kind of okay. But then I was like, this is kind of fucked up because I'm seeing this chick, but then I'm getting my dick sucked by my ex quite a bit.
Quite a bit.
Thank you for letting me
New
share.
chick wasn't sucking dick, so she was out. She was already out. She was on the way out.